2013, I wrote a letter to the President addressing concerns that I had about education and affordable childcare. Education has maintained such an important role in my life, and during that point in time, I was almost forced to make the decision between obtaining an education, working, or taking care of my children. I wrote the letter because I did not want to have to make the choice among the three. It is so important that affordable childcare is available to parents who want to pursue or continue their education. There were times that I spent my entire paycheck paying for 1 week of daycare, a cycle that is impossible to maintain. I have been successful thanks in part to my family and friends, but also because of my coworkers and professors who have been diligent in finding ways to help me succeed. In the United States, we should have the opportunity to pursue a career and an education while at the same time building quality lives for ourselves and for our children. I am happy to see that the President is pushing to expand these opportunities. It is now my great pleasure to introduce President Barack Obama.
A big round of applause for the great introduction. It is good to be at KU. I got to admit, I took a moment to meet with Coach Self and the KU basketball team. I mean, we're here for other business, but while I was here, I thought I should talk to some basketball players. And it is January, so that means that the Jayhawks are at the top of the Big 12. I want to thank your Chancellor, Bernadette Gray Little. I want to thank Mayor Amex for having me. I recently heard from Bob Dole as well, who told me he's very proud of his Institute of Politics here. Any school of politics named for Bob Dole is one I'd be proud of too, because he is a great Kansan and a great American. It's good to be back in Kansas. I've got deep roots in Kansas. As you know, my mom was born in Wichita. Her mom grew up in Augusta. Her father was from El Dorado. So I'm a Kansas guy. Kansas guy. Now that helped me in the caucus here in 2008. It didn't help me as much in the general election. Coach Self won 10 straight. I lost 2 straight here. But that's okay. Listen, I love you. And I might have won sections of Lawrence. That's a possibility. But look, this is exactly why I've come back to Kansas today. You know, on Tuesday I gave my State of the Union address. And I just want you to know today I will be shorter. But I want to begin where I finished on Tuesday, because I talked about in the State of the Union how over a decade ago in Boston, at the Democratic Convention, I gave a speech where I said there is no liberal America or conservative America. There's a United States of America. We're all supposed to be on the same team. And I know it can seem sometimes like our politics is more divided than ever. That in places like Kansas, the only blue stands for KU. And so because of those divisions, the pundits in Washington, they hold this up as proof that any vision of a more hopeful politics must be naive or misguided. But as I pointed out, I still believe what I said back then. I still believe that we as Americans have more in common than not. And I have seen too much of the good, generous, big-hearted optimism of the American people over these past 6 years to believe otherwise. I will never stop trying to make our politics work better. That's what you deserve, and that's how we move this country forward. And Kansas, we've got some big things to do together. Now, we start this year with some good news. Our economy is creating jobs at the fastest pace since 1999. Our deficits are shrinking, energy production is booming, our troops are coming home.